I know it's been some time since I last posted a real video with my opinions. There are a few reasons for this. First, I'm in the most difficult year for getting my undergraduate degree, and the workload is aplenty. Secondly, I have been finding it difficult to figure out exactly what I want to talk about. I've had several ideas, and I have plenty of topics I will be discussing, but figuring out exactly what is most important to me right now has been tough. But I feel the topic of hashtag Make America Safe Again is something I really want to discuss. So in this video, I won't be reviewing any particular video, but rather I'll be showing multiple examples of exactly what I'm talking about. Lastly, this will be a three-part video, each discussing a different topic revolving around hashtag Make America Safe Again. It seems to me there are three aspects of what people who support the hashtag view Making America Safe Again means. These may or may not be true, but more how I believe they approach this view. First, and probably the most visible, is the somewhat isolationist view that we have to close our borders to prevent the outside threats before they can reach America. Second is fighting the struggles from within. Trump often calls this violence in the inner cities and deporting anyone who may be here in the United States illegally. And the last category, which is less visible than the other two, are fighting the left/democratic or liberal policies. I do want to say that I don't believe that all who use this hashtag view it in this manner, but more that most of the cases that use it I've seen deal with one of these categories. Now, I won't sit here and say that I know exactly what is best for our country, because I, like everyone else, can only speculate about future events. I can still give my views about why I think they are worse than the alternatives. So, let's discuss the first category about closing borders. One of the prominent ways that Trump and supporters of his have demonstrated this view was with the wall that Trump has pushed for ever since his campaign. On a surface level, it sounds like a good way to prevent or slow down the drugs that enter from Mexico, and to make crossing the border much more difficult for people who may want to enter America illegally. My first criticism is questioning how effective this will be. On the issue of drugs, it might slow down or a bit, but it's not anything new for the gangs such as the cartels to make long, sophisticated tunnels that can go under any wall, at which point even people who want to enter illegally could also manage to use such tunnels. All of this reminds me of a proverb, where there's a will, there is a way. In other words, if people want to get into America, they will. My second criticism about building the wall deals with economics. For this point, I find it odd that so many conservatives would be in favor of a wall because they seem to pride themselves for being the party of economic understanding. Many who are in favor of this wall state that Mexico will be the country to pay for the wall. This has since been changed to, we will pay for the wall and Mexico will pay us back for it, by such methods as increasing import tax from Mexico or other methods in which are not direct check from Mexico. I have two criticisms about this point as well. First is Mexico is a very poor country, and if Mexico was to pay for the wall directly, then their economy would suffer greatly. It's hard for me to understand why anyone who thinks that if America can't afford to pay for the wall, then why would Mexico be able to afford it? My second criticism is on the indirect way. If we increase import tax on items from Mexico, then the most often response would be to increase the cost of the items to make up for the difference, which in turn means that Americans are still paying for the wall, just we pay for it every time we purchase an item from Mexico. No matter how we go about trying to make Mexico pay for the wall, Americans are going to be the ones that suffer. The last way in which I see the first category manifesting is with the travel ban. I, like most others, don't like terrorism and want to find a way to prevent it, especially in my country. Again, on the surface, a travel ban seems like a good way to prevent these atrocities, but it seems to me that it only kind of deals with the superficial wound and completely ignores the underlying problem. To start off, many of the attacks are from Islamic extremists born and raised here in America, and were even radicalized here, all of which would not have been stopped or changed by implementing a travel ban. And what could be worse about it was the fear I saw it placed on many people who were here legally about whether or not they could go back to their country to visit family and be able to return to finish school or go back to work. This fear could have created a door for those who are radicalizing normal, everyday Muslims. The solution for preventing terrorism is not an easy one, and I don't believe any of these views are bad, but rather misguided. I believe there are better ways to solve the problems that are brought forth by hashtag Make America Safe Again than isolationism. These are problems that many people believe to be important, and I think we need to come together to come up with the best solution. So, this is the end of my first section about hashtag Make America Safe Again. I hope you enjoy this video because I try really hard not to misrepresent the views of those I'm criticizing, and I always welcome discussion about my opinions. I try not to be set in my ways and to try to listen to any feedback you give me. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because as a small YouTuber, you help me out a bunch just by letting people know I'm out there. So, thanks for all your support, and I look forward to talking to you guys again. Bye.